In a place that was neither here nor there stood a village in the middle of nowhere. In the village there lived a glassmaker named Elias, who to his craft was quite pious. Elias opens the door. "Hello, my friend Samuel. How are you doing today?" said Elias. "I'm quite alright, thanks to that vase you made me." "The wife is in quite the good mood lately," replied Samuel. "Thanks for the praise, Samuel, but I can do better. I just know," Elias said in a defeated tone. "I must say, your work is quite sound, but goodbye for now, Elias. May what you seek be found." And Samuel left. Elias shook his head and went back to work with a focused look on his face. He worked all day creating a window with masterful skill. A bar fight left their tavern a little bruised. Elias left shortly after sunset to deliver the goods. Upon arrival, he was met with stares of marvel as he installed the window with great precision. The bar owner was so pleased he offered Elias his fill of food and booze. Elias would have been a fool to refuse, so he gorged and he drank till the hour of closing. He stumbled out the tavern, alcohol's grip still imposing. Sunrise was near, and his bed was calling. He walked for a while, and then stopped. His attention was caught by a small trailer, with the words "Wandering Psychic" on it. Without a second thought, he leapt for the door. The desire to know the future was quite enticing. Before he closed his fist to knock on the door, it flung open with a gust of wind. He felt fear rising. "I should run," he thought. But upon laying his eyes on the opulent colors of light, from purple to green to blue, he hesitated. The pull of curiosity was too strong. Like a moth to flame, he entered. Taking a few steps forward, the full room came into view and sobered up his mind. He saw a room decorated with beads, colorful cloths, and priceless antique items that filled him with wonder. As his eyes danced around the room, they finally landed on a lady sitting at the end of a small round wooden table that seemed older than time and more mystical than magic itself. She had a cloth covering her eyes and a smile plastered on her face, which gave her an otherworldly look. Her perfect pale skin made her appear to be a doll. "I've been expecting you, Elias," the man, who to his work is quite pious, said the woman. "How do you know my name?" asked Elias. He was taken aback as he hadn't introduced himself yet. "Oh, it would be a shame not to know your name. After all, you are a masterful glassmaker. Come and have a seat, and you'll find out I am no faker," replied the woman. "I guess my status precedes me," quipped Elias nervously. He sat down across from the woman. His eyes were transfixed on the crystal bowl on the table that radiated blue light, as if demanding his attention. She began. "Let's start with the reading. Tarot will be our medium for proceeding. Let's see the future and unravel its meaning." She shuffled the cards like a maestro and continued. "Pick cards number 1, 2, and 3, and the future you shall see. Place them face down, and I will turn them around to find what can be found." Elias did as she said, and placed 3 cards face down. The woman hovered her hands above the cards, and her smile vanished. "What is it that you desire?" she asked, her composure seemingly shaken. "I wish to create a piece of art that has no flaw, one so brilliant all shall stop and adore." The woman winced and began flipping the cards from right to left. The first card was revealed as the Fool, the second was the Devil, and finally she revealed the Hanged Man. "I can help you," said the woman as she pulled out a small shard of glass that seemed too beautiful for this world. She then said, "This shard will bless your work, but it will also curse your soul. Are you sure you still want it?" Yes, I do. I will pay anything for it," said Elias, with a hint of wonder in his voice. The woman laughed. "It's free. It may not cost you a cent, but you will pay much more. Just try to be content." In his eagerness, he skipped out of the trailer, ignoring the ominous words of the woman, leaving the door slightly ajar. Upon arriving home, Elias immediately got to work. He ignored his fatigue from not sleeping the previous night and worked with a mad glint in his eye. After some time, Word of his expertise spread far and wide. His glass was said to shine like the sun and sparkle like the stars. The small town in the middle of nowhere is now known as the home to Elias, don't you hear? The rich and the poor gathered alike to see the full extent of his glassmaking might. Even the king visited in person, but Elias's condition would only worsen, for he sought neither an audience nor fame. He wished for something he could not attain. In every vase that brought life to a room, or stained a window that lent God to a church, was a flaw only visible to Elias. He then began working on his final project, a mirror so perfect life itself would look dull in comparison. So, he shut the door and began crafting with the shard clutched close to his heart. He worked and worked and worked, and slowly he began neglecting eating, drinking, and sleeping. He would allow no distraction. Some time later, his face was split with a sinister smile, for he had finally finished. He gazed into his prized creation with mad eyes. He expected to see perfection, but what he saw in the perfect mirror left him less than amazed, for in the mirror was a beast, deranged and crazed. He could see no perfection, no matter how long he looked. Then a crack ran through the center of the mirror, and it shattered into stars, its fragmented beauty littering the ground. From that day on, Elias would never again be found. A hand reaches down and retrieves one single shard. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I'd like to thank you because I really appreciate it. You know, this is my first video and it took a bit of effort. In fact, more than I'd like to admit. I was just thinking about it. It's quite funny that how the premise of the video is that you shouldn't be perfect and try and be perfect too much. But I delayed putting this video out for quite a while, just trying to make it perfect, which I mean is quite ironic. If you did enjoy the video at all, please like and subscribe, because I mean, it's only going to get better from here. My next video is going to be more personal and more of my character, not just a story. So if you're interested, make sure to, hit the notification bell and join me next time. And remember, always stay imperfect.